Hello everyone. I'm just testing OBS with this live stream video. This is my first really live stream using OBS, so there could be errors. It's going to be a long video, that's why I'm just doing it as a live stream, so it'll just save it as it is. And you're going to get raw footage of me making something as well. Well, what I'm making is, actually, let me just bring my web page up. Let's just bring that, tell you what, let's turn that off for a minute. There's my web page. And so, what I go to my blog place. Oh no, clicking wrong thing now. Just hold on. Right, so yeah, if we go to my blog place, and then you'll see that I made this little mini plotter. It has onboard memory, a screen, and you can do everything from this. You don't need to plug it into a computer. All you need to do is add power to it, and it will draw a few things. So and what I did was I used two of these to drive the stepper motors. It has, let's see if we can see them. Well, will that bring that up? Yeah, so it's two of these little stepper motors, which I got from, it was either a CD player or DVD player, you know, any of these. It's just, well, even floppy drives use these. So it's some that I just salvaged from something. Well, it was probably a DVD drive, or it could have been a writer actually. Oh, I should have just pressed back there, shouldn't I? Yeah. So it's got two of them. Now, normally when you wire them up using one of these, you'll probably find they tend to get hot. The stepper motors get hot. So what I've done is, what I did with the first one, I modified these two boards that I modified these two boards that were going inside this little little plotter. I wired them up differently. I removed the components, some components, and I just left, well, basically I just left the chip and the LEDs on it. So this is what I did. I removed this this linear regulator, this voltage linear regulator. We don't need it. So I sort of, because basically what I was going to do, I'm wiring this up in a different way to normally happens. Basically, right, so this is the original, this is how it used to look. Everything was driven through this, through a 5-volt output. But what I did was I removed it, and so I modified the board so it didn't have this linear regulator. What I'm going to do is modify the way the linear regulator is actually wired up. Did I do a circuit diagram? Yes, there. So this is my original circuit diagram, which the modules plugged into these places here, but the two linear regulators that are removed from these two little boards, I've wired them up like this. Oh, hang on, sorry, it goes wrong. I wind them up like this. This is a constant current setup. Basically, you get your 5 volts out, but it's set at a constant current using this resistor. This way, what happens? There's one for each, basically. Sorry, I can't be a wind. Yes. So putting this resistor in and wiring it like this, so where what normally would go to ground actually goes to the other end of this resistor and goes and powers this stepper motor. So this power actually goes to power these boards, and it gives a constant current. So the current remains at the set current for those stepper motors, and that way they don't overheat or get hot. Well, unless you use them constantly, of course, you know, everything gets hot then, but they won't get as hot as they normally do when you just wire them up the normal way. The things that get hot are these two things, because we've got the high current now going through this resistor and this but the linear regulator. These two things are going to get hot. And I originally did this board for the Arduino to go on, and you can see these two big resistors here that are going to get hot. And if we look underneath, big hot sign. And then these two plugs went into the went into these boards here. They plug straight into these pins on top of here. So what I decided to do is I've decided to redo this instead of like I've done here. You see, I've got a separate encoder knob here which plugs in top of the board, and then I've got my memory slots for all the memory. They plug into the top of the board, and then there's the LCD as well. The LCD there, and then all you have to do is you just add power. This is my little battery pack. You add power, and then using the encoder switch, you can go through menus and you can draw all these things, and these are all in memory on the memory chips on board. So you know, they're not from the computer. They've actually uploaded these to this little plotter, and so you can do all sorts of things using the plotter. It's even got the full alphabet, so you can write each letter one at a time using this plotter, because these steppers they're only like 50mm long, but you end up with less because you actually need to put an arm on there. So they're about 40 something mil, so 40 by 40 characters or pictures or drawings. So each one of these things I've drawn separate. So yeah, so that's what my original thing looked like. So if I go back, let's come back to this my web browser. So I'll just make that a little bit smaller there. And what I want to show you is how I've done it. I'm using yeah. I tell you what, I'll turn that one to web browser off for a moment. There we go, and we'll just use we'll look at the new circuit. So basically what I've done is I've put everything onto one board. This is me power for the basically the main circuit. Oh, actually, this is the power for the power for the servo, because I have a servo on there and I have an auxiliary. If you look at my original web, I can actually put a small laser on, so I can plug my laser in here, and this is a MOSFET controlling that. Or we can have the servo for lifting the pen up and down. And then obviously we've got our 2 linear regulators. I've put a place to either have what I've put, you can either have one 12 ohm resistor in there, one nice big hefty one, but this time I've put room to enable you to fit 2, so you could put 2 24s, so you can give them a high wattage. And well, I'll show you what's happened to the the ones I've got, the cheap Chinese resistors. And then it goes through the L293s. I've put a few LEDs on. It's nice to see a few LEDs blinking away, and then these go straight to the stepper motor. So instead of going to the boards, now I've put the chips on my new PCB. There's my Arduino. And here's my memory. I've put slots for 3 little memory chips. So just put, there's plenty of room for all sorts of stuff in there. I think I only filled the first 2 up. The first one has got the alphabet on, and the second has got a few little images. Anyways, and there's my encoder, and I like to put a resistor capacitor, an RC circuit on the encoder, so that we're not putting any debounce routines within the code. In fact, the code is the amount of memory the Arduino has is depending on what you're doing, is either enough or there isn't enough. But for this project, every ounce of memory was vital, and that's why I've actually got some memory modules there to put a lot of the stuff into these as well. Half of the stuff for the menus and everything is actually in this first memory module, so it won't work without this first one at least. And then I've put this one of these goes, that goes to the OLED, and I've left an extra socket just in case I want to add any other I2C peripherals. Yeah, so if we look at the board, this is what my board looks like. And so I'll do a 3D view. Yeah, that's coming up alright. So we can see I do like to, when I am populating a board, I hate it when people just put components on there and the footprints are, if the parts are actually missing, at least with KiCad you can create your own parts and you can put them on. So when you add a footprint, so basically, if let me just where are we? Right, yeah, so there. Right, so I hate it when people just do a board and when you come to 3D view it, all it has is the footprints and not the components. Without the components, you don't know what, let's make that big. Without the components on, you don't know how things are going to fit together, especially on a crowded board like this. You actually need the footprints. So I mean the SMDs, and then we put the through-hole components on there, and you can see how crowded this board is, and you can see where my memory goes. So I know that memory is going to be alright there. Hang on, I keep pressing wrong ones. You can see that this is all going to fit underneath here. This is all going to fit underneath here, and you can see that these are going to fit underneath them as well. So you know, it's all right making a board like that if there's nothing on top of each other, and where real estate is a premium, you need to know how things are going to actually fit. So you know, when you do a 3D, you know, if you use an application for making a making a PCB, you want an application that shows all the parts as they are on the board, so that you can see that everything is actually going to fit and nothing is going to be, you're going to have no problems later on. You know that everything's going to be okay. And plus, once you do a board like this with KiCad, you can make a 3D model of this. Well, it's already made a 3D model, but you can import that 3D model into your we can close that now anyway. What I wanted to show you actually is, let me just bring my, once you've completed this, you've done your checks, you've got a nice rules checker. Always do your rules checker, it's very important. I always do. And you know, it prevents any mistakes once you've got the board. I mean, it's just one click of a button. You just click it, run your check, and there we go. Right, it says 5 errors, but these errors are mid-courtyards overlap there. I know what these are, and what we can do is you can exclude that violation, and then you got a clearance violation. So let's just zoom right in and it'll bring us to it. Right, so let's just that's just a warning, that's an error. Where's that error? Right there, that error there, look. And this error there, I've changed that. The error is basically because of that. Look at that. Right. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. Delete that one. Delete that one. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Let's just close that. And there's that one. All right, that really could do with one in there. And even though that I am filling, the reason for this is because my first one that I made, I put a through-hole capacitor in there, and I've changed it to a non-through-hole capacitor, and I didn't do the checks. I'm so glad I've done this, and all I have to do is press B to make sure that all my stuff is going. So let's do the run check again. Yeah, glad we did that. So let's just run that. Right, so we're only down to one error, and this, where's the error? The warnings are just the silk screen crap. Where's the error? What is this? Trackers on connected end. Delete all markers. Yeah, right, run it again. Oh, 9. Oh, right, why, yes. Okay. Error. Courtyard overlap. Right, so this is because I have this underneath this Arduino, so obviously the two courtyards are going to overlap because one is inside another, so I'll exclude that. Courtyard overlap. So basically I've got these two resistors over the top of this component, so the courtyard is going to overlap, so I can exclude that one. Same thing's happening again. I've got this capacitor underneath the Arduino, so the courtyards are going to overlap. One's on top of the other, and then courtyard overlap again. I've got the two resistors over the top of the thing again. So exclude that, and the same again there, and the same again here. Oh, hang on, what's that? Alright, this one. Alright, because this was a through hole previously, now my ground is not connected, so what I am going to do is I'm going to move that to... oh, I can't do that. Undo that. Let's make this bigger. There we go. What I am going to do here is... let's close that. Right, so my power can't go there, so I can bring that around. Right, that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do from there, what size is that? That is 1. So let's use 1. I go from there. There's my power. One thing, this is what's preventing me going. I could actually take that. Go on then, and I'm going to change my mind. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to move that up over there like that. Put that there, and I'm going to bring that down here. There we go, like that. Let's just bring that out a bit. So let's bring that out to about there and put it right in the middle. That looks better. And then what I can do, I can bring them straight into the power there then. And I can bring that straight into the ground. Like that. Let's just press B to sort out all the what is it? Right, so where's my check that everything's got in it. So let's do all that again. Right. Error, courtyard overlap. So that is this overlap there, so we can exclude that one. I've got courtyard overlap again for what I've got is my resistors over at the top of that again, so let's exclude that one. And yeah, this one, so let's just, the Arduino's over the top of that capacitor, so the courtyard is going to be in there. And so there, we've got no more errors. This is the important one. The warnings 40, that is just crap, really. I've just used, I could go through all these and I could actually, what I've done is I've used slightly different footprints here, and it just means well, I'll tell you what we can do. What I'll do is I'll select that, select that one, select that one, that one, that one, oops. Where are we? Oh, get off there, that one, and that one. Let's try them. Selected, okay. Now you see it's gone down to 34. I mean, that's all it is, it's just... let's get that one then. Let's do it all correct. Right, so... I bet there's a load over here as well, look. Because it's the LEDs that I've used, I think. So let's take that one, that one, that one. See if we can get a clean slate, shall we? Right, let's just do them, so I'm getting a bit crowded. Selected, update, close, and let's go and do this lot. So we'll do that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh God, yeah, let's try these as well. Don't know why I must have changed something with these LEDs. Oh, I know what I did. I changed the colour. That's it. I recoloured them all. Right click. Let's update them with the thing. Yeah, because they were all the same. I just bunged in all the same LEDs, and then I decided to change the colours of the LEDs. So basically, just type in all the colours of different colours of the LEDs. So these we've got these resistors here. Let's get them. And what else have we got? Oh yeah, there's a resistor there. Yeah. Oh, what I can come back to that. I don't know what that is. And then I think that's this peak. Oh yeah, I've changed that as well. And that's all right. Let's just update them. Not that. See what it says about them others there. Error courtyards. Oh, what's that? Courtyards. Oh right. That's this one. This I can remove that. It's an error. Why did it pop up? I thought I'd excluded them all. Right, package. Oh right, yes. What? Why don't they? I don't know what the hell's gone wrong with this. Anyway, I did some. Obviously, I've done some changes since I decided to do the video. No, oh right. So now, because I've changed them, I've got to exclude them all again now. And now we've got what is going on with that? I thought I'd... Oh, I'm getting update. Okay. I don't know what's going wrong with them. They're only warnings anyways. So, right, I've had enough of that. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. As long as there's no errors, that's all. I do remember changing this and not really going through it correctly. I'm glad I spotted that. Anyways, what I wanted to show you was this button up here. This is an add-in, so it basically in KiCad, where are we? There. Yeah, I'm sure that's come up. Right, in KiCad there you've got plugins and contents manager. So if you open that up, and scroll through, you'll see here there's a plugin for PCBWay. All you do is install that. Basically it does all the hard work for you. So when let me just bring up my web browser. So you can see my web browser there. No, I'll move it. I'll move it down a touch, because what I want to do is I want to click this button, and I just want to show you what it does in the web browser. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. Right, so you can see my web browser, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this PCBWay button. And ping, it took me straight there, and there you can see my board is loaded here. All you have to do now is just choose. Well, if you don't have an account, you're gonna obviously have to create an account, give them your address and everything, and basically you've and which way you want to go. You post, the postage things and how, what price you want to post. But one thing to remember, see this, it says by default it comes up with 5 here. Just go down to here and change it to 10. It does its thing, and you can see that it's still the same price, but you're going to get 10. So that's what they say. That's what it says at PCBWay. So if we go there, you can see here that it says $5, 10 PCs. And so as long as you stick within that 100 by 100 size, that's all it's going to cost you. Fantastic. Okay, so let's move on now to doing the actual thing. So I will turn off my let me turn off my web browser. There we go. And what I'll do is I just want to close a few windows in my web browser. I don't like them leaving cluttered. So we've got this. See what I'm doing? Yeah, so that's my board, and so once I receive my board, let's just close that, save, and close that, and so my board's going to look like this inside. So yeah, so basically I redrew my drew my plotter, so I've done a new one to fit the new board I'm going to make. And like I say, using KiCad, I can bring it straight into FreeCAD, and this is it here. I brought it in, and so when I'm designing my new plotter, I can see that everything is going to fit hunky-dory, and okay, everything is going to work. And if you know how to use FreeCAD, so basically you can put things into groups, and you can see if we look, we can test our plotter before printing it. So that's the base assembly, so that's all my base stuff. We don't need to do that. So if we look at the y-axis, that's the whole y-axis that moves with this this stepper motor here. So as the so if we're going to make this has to be a perfect fit around here. And what I find to do is, once I've printed this out, I actually warm this plastic up slightly and then squeeze it onto this screw here, so that it gets a perfect fit on the screw, and it all molds to the actual shape. And that way you need to do that. It has to be. This is very important with this project, that this is a perfect fit. it does sort of print. I've designed the print so it does actually, if I open up, what is that? That's part Y, isn't it? Yeah, so if I open up part Y, let's hope this doesn't crash. I'm having issues with this. Right, so if we look at, I've put the actual piece in there, and it does print that, but obviously the print nozzle is 0.4mm thick, so you're not going to get like this perfect shape here, and so this needs to be actually moulded onto this sort of screw, so you get an absolute perfect fit. It's not hard, you just warm it up and squeeze it on, that's it, and then it cools to the right shape. Yeah, so as I was saying, that's the Y piece, and then we can see that in action, so we can just check that everything is going to, there's nothing going to be in the way. We just click transform, and then we can see that that slides along that worm drive and goes like so from there to there. So, and this is the stabilizing arm that comes out here, and this keeps this at the right height at that end. It just slides inside a groove, does that basically. So we'll just cancel that, it'll go back to 0. And then if we can actually see the other side, so this is our x-axis. So this piece goes along this stepper motor here, and we can see that in action. So if we just go grab there, you can see that all this will do our y-axis. Are we on y-axis or x? I don't know, I forget. Anyways, so we can see that it all goes nicely along there, and it doesn't foul everything. The thing that keeps this stable is that it wraps itself around this piece here, and so you can see that it just moves along nicely along there, and that keeps it vertical as it runs. I've gone too far there. As it runs along this worm screw there. So let's cancel that. Okay. No, cancel that, and then it'll go back to 0. And then if we look further, we've got our z-axis. So then we've got our z-axis, which is controlled by this servo here. This is it's a bit of an odd connection, this. Well, I just came up with it, and I did one on the other one, and I've sort of improved it now. But basically what this servo arm is doing is stopping this from actually rotating in that direction. It keeps it straight as it just runs up down, because I've only got the one linear rod there for this to run up. So if this servo arm didn't stop it swinging from side to side, it could rotate around this pin. And so as it moves up, it keeps it's all inside this slot here, so it all stays in that slot, and that just keeps it in this orientation. And we can I haven't bothered doing the code for the spring, so the spring's going to stay where it is. But if we look at this, and we can see that will move up and down in that direction there, so it goes from there to there, because this actually moves in on it. This limits the movement, does that, so it goes from there to there, so we can see it lifting the pen basically. So yeah, that's what it's going to look like. We've got our little display and our knob for choosing what we want to do, and our power just plugs in here, sort of thing. So what I can do is let's bring up my camera, and here you can see my original. Yep, there we go, that's my original, and you can see that actually with this one I've got a little laser Oh yeah, that's the reason for the two heights. This one holds the pen or pencil down at the bottom, but for the laser to get a nice sharp point, I've had to raise the laser up, and then we can do a right sharp focal point when it comes down to the bottom. So this was my original, and it's all made up of bits and pieces, the two little boards underneath there, and then my board on top, and then another board for that, and then another board for memory, and another, and then the LCD, well, the OLED on top of that. But yes, that worked really fine. You can look at my videos on my blog page, and you can see that actually running, and I think it was really cool. And here is my new one. This is, I've printed it out pretty much like, let's just move that across. There we go. It looks pretty much like that, doesn't it? Except we haven't got the board in. And of course, that's where PCBware came in, and I've got lots and lots of boards. There we go. You can see all the boards, and they look very nice. Got my little logo on the back. Can you see that? Yeah, logo. So it's all on one board now, and so this board is going to go, well, it obviously needs populating, and it needs to go in here, and that's what this is just waiting for now. And obviously if you get a good fit on these, you can check them. It should actually, you should be able to move it along, and it should not skip over the top. If it skips over the top of this, then it's not right. So they will move nicely across there, and same with that one. So you can check that that one moves, and I've got that in shot, yeah. So you can make sure that this rotates as you move this along. If it skips over the top, then you need to reseat it into the groove. Okay, so yes, right. So our next step then, yeah, so our next step, oh, I've made this, hang on, I've made this board. This is my board. It'll fit 100 by 100 because that's the sort of prototyping I'm doing. And then what I've done is I've made my own stencil for doing the paste in for the SMDs. If you want to know how I've got an LED laser cutter, and if you want to know how I managed to well, I think I've done videos on how I cut clear plastic, because obviously the wavelength of a laser LED is wrong for clear stuff. You'll find it does not cut clear stuff, but basically I just get a black whiteboard pen, and I cover it, and then I laser cut it, and then I just wipe the whiteboard ink off. It just wipes off. So yeah, that's it. And then this board I've made, it's got a 3D printed plastic part, which is the same thickness of the PCBs, so that brings everything up to this level. But I've also got, does it show up there? You can see that I've got a piece of the same plastic that I'm using for my stencil, which is clamped by these two clamps on top, so I can adjust it once I put this. I always make my stencils, if that's my board there, I always make my stencils the same size of my board plus 10 mil above, so that 10 mil piece will sit there against this piece of plastic, and then I just use tape to hold it together, and then that acts as a hinge for me to lift the plastic up. If I didn't have this piece of plastic here, the hinge wouldn't be flat. What you end up, does this show up? what you get is an effect like this. So if I didn't have this, you would have this effect. And can you see that the hinge, it would not always be true when you lifted it up, because you're lifting it steps down, whereas this steps flush, and so the hinge is it's hard to explain, but the hinge is now flush there. But if it was this piece that was lifting, it wouldn't be flush. There's room for it to move slightly like this. If you've ever done any of this and you just tape it down like that, you'll find that this corner here, this edge, you've got movement in it. So you actually need a piece of plastic that is held in place, and then you can put your tape flat, and then so when it hinges, I don't know if I'm explaining this right, it hinges properly, and it always lands back down in the exact same place again. So let's get let's move on, shall we? Oh shit, something's fallen. Sorry about that. Real life. Right, so got my paste. What did I use for my spreader last time? Yeah, this is real life, guys. I don't know. I must have used just a piece of wood or something. I thought I'd made a spreader. Tell you what. There we go. One glue spreader, that'll do. Yeah, right, okay, up. So, oh, that's in where, that's shining. How's that? That's better, isn't it? Yeah, a bit of glare. That's in my face now. Right. Have we still got enough? No, that's still in my face. How's about that? Well, the glare's down here now anyway, so, right, so it's not on here. So, yeah. Right, yeah, so, just a bit of paste. Right, let's try this. And this, I need my glasses. Right then, here we go. So, I hope my head's not in way. They're going to take a lot, them squares, but I'm not sure if I need that. This is the first time I've done one with one of these big squares. You know, I think a proper stencil actually only does like 4 little dots. So I might. I'm just experimenting with these at the moment. I modified them myself. The thing with stencils, you want to also make sure that you fill them flush. because what you have is you have an area the size of the hole, obviously, but the thickness of your stencil also sets how much paste, the correct amount of paste that you're actually putting in there. Let's try and get that a bit. Drying out a bit, is that? I've got that big one. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to be putting a lot, way too much there, but anyway, trial and error. And then I've done them. Oh, I've got that little one there, don't miss that one. And then this other big one. Yeah, so I think I've got them all. Scrape all the excess off. Clean this. Just put this shit. There we go. This not one up. Yep, yeah, real scavenger me, you know. Right, there we go. I wonder what they use to make it soggy. I could do with some more putting in there. Let's clean that up while it's still soft. I even sharpened them. Right, clean that up as well. That's my glue spreader. Well, it's a spreader. You can see where all. Right, yeah, so let's see if we can get that into camera, and so you can see how bad I've done it, and get some light on it. Yeah, how's that? There, so let's get a pointing stick. This will do. There, so you can see the big thick bits that I've done there for the top of them, and then you've got all the other stuff done, and then this stencil now should just lift up out the way like that, leaving all the paste on there, which it has, hopefully. Yep, it all looks good. It all has paste. Is that in focus? It's just my hand shaking. There we go, that all looks okay. Yeah, this bit here, hang on. This bit here, it's a big diode. Basically, it's I put a diode in there for reverse voltage protection, and I've just got a bag full, well, a ribbon full of massive ones. So it's just one big one. I mean, it must take about 5 amp. Well, no, it'll take more than that. It's just I've just got a load of big ones, so that's where it's gone in there. So it could have been smaller, smaller, but you know how it goes. You use what you have, and if you've ordered a load of stuff wrong, you still use it. Right, so yeah, so my board's done. So now we just need to remove it out of there. I just use a little bit of glue tack here in this corner. That keeps that steady in the corner. So then it'll just lift out. And without putting my thumb or that on the... I'm trying to do it on camera, that's why. Right, there we go. Right, so that's my thing done. Yeah, it's a nice little board. If anybody wants the details of my little board, just want to clean that up. Yeah, if anyone wants detail of my board, just say, and I'll probably do some drawings and stuff to be downloaded. So that's that out of the way, and as usual I've got an old pin tray. This is my old pin tray, and what I do is I fill all my parts in my pill tray first, so that I've got all my stuff ready, ready to go. Got all my labels all up, all parts. Now to fill this tray, oh right, yes, let me bring KiCad back up as well. I want to show you something with KiCad. Closed it all, but anyways, right, so I'll just turn me overhead off for the moment. There we go. And so we can see my KiCad here, and I'll just open up the PCB editor. Yes, let's make that big. Okay, yeah, this here, this is another plugin, Generate Interactive HTML bill of materials there. I forgot what M stands for then for a minute. Right, bill of materials. Yeah, it's another plugin. Basically, where are we? KiCad. Yep, there we go. Go to your plugins manager in here, and then you can see the interactive HTML bill of materials there. This, I love this. It's fantastic. It's been done the way I would do it. I've just got one little niggle with it, and I'm going to have to look at it one day. But yes, so all you do is you click this, and it comes up with the menu, and then you generate a... Oh, hang on, let me just turn on my... No, I've had that there a minute ago, so where's that gone? Oh yeah, turn on my web browser. So there's my web browser, and right, let me just move that. Right, so I'll put that there, and right, you can see that I have got my oh, why is that off screen? I don't know why. Okay, so you've got my thing. I'm going to click this, and bingo. We've got our interactive bill of materials, and it's got more listed. You can see here that I've ticked all the ones that I have now sourced. So as I source them and put them into my pill tray, I just tick these off until I've got everything I need, and I know my pill tray is full. Also on yeah, so you can see that I've got them all sourced there. Look, so it's I get my pill tray full, but you can see that they're all green except for what's selected. So if I select something, it's yellow. But if you go to settings and then mark when checked, so if I go none, you can see that this is just normal. So basically, when I'm doing the sourced things, what I will have is I will have this set as sourced, and it will then show it green once I've ticked it here. Now my next step is to populate the PCB. So this is the placed one. So what I will do is now go this and click placed. So my board will now sort of highlight what I've got, the place where it needs to go. So if I want to place these capacitors here, these 100 nanofarads, it shows me that they go in. Well, hang on, you can see that the red ones are lit up, and that's where it needs to go. And then once I've placed them and I click ticked, it will turn them green or yellow if I've got my mouse over it, but they'll end up green, and I'll know I've finished it. And then so once I've got the whole board green, I know I'm done. So let's oh well, actually I won't be doing the through-hole stuff. I'll just be doing the oh right, hang on, that reminds me. Right, I changed something. Yeah, anyway, so that's what's going to be happening with that. So what I will do in here, I will just minimize that so you can see that I am clicking stuff, and I will put my overhead back on. There we go. So that's my overhead. So what I want is my web browser, which is there. I want to put that over here. Yeah, there we go. So you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, see what I'm doing there. Let's get that there. That's it. I'll bring this to the front. Hang on. My web browser to front of that. There we go. So we're overlapping that there. So you can see that now. You can see my pill tray, and you can see the stuff that I'm filling up. Let's just bring that down there. There we go. And you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it, hopefully. So let's what I'll do is I'll just move that. Where's that gone? There we go. Just move that there. Yeah, make that bigger. Yes, that looks alright. Yeah, so I'm going to populate, but there's one thing I forgot to do, and that is, right, I did mention before, I incorrectly put let's see if I can get that in. Right, this capacitor, this is what I was editing before. Can you see that this is a through hole capacitor there? Look. That's what caused all the issues with the errors. I changed that to an SMD component now, because it just needs to be an SMD. I slipped up there, but it's not an error. So what the thing is, though, what I need to do with that, let's get back in focus. What I need to do is I need to put some paste on there. So I'm just going to do that. I just forgot about that one. So for that, some of this thickish stuff that's sticked up now. By that, I'm sticking up. Yeah, so I'm just going to put. Actually, I might use the tweezers. see if I can get that in shot. There. There. just is it in focus? Yeah, there. You can see I've just put some blobs of paste there. It's just so that I can stick an SMD there, and then once it's warmed up, the capillary action, I'm sure the capillary action is going to let it all flow in the right direction. So let's start with these 100 nanofarads. So there's 3 of them. You can see there just on the right that 3 have like lit up red, and so what I'm going to do first is I'll just take them out of my pill tray. There we go. So they're in here somewhere, little tiny things. And what I will do is I'll just place them on my hot plate. There's another one somewhere. There it is. There we go. So just grab them out of the pill tray. I've just placed them here for now. We've got enough light there. Let's just try and move my light a bit. No, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah. Can we zoom in a bit? Let me just try. There. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? Let's move that across. There we go. Right, so them 3 want to go. This top one, miss 2, and then miss 2 again. Well, it's C1, C2, and C3, which are labelled. Anyway, let's just... You can see they're labelled. Is that going to go focused? It's not focusing now. Hang on. There you go. You can just see that. C1, C2, C3. So yeah, it's easy to see where they go. So using the HTML build thing, and then I can place them. Let's just get some focus. There we go. Oh, we've got a bit of better lighting as well. There we go. Right. Let's put them... Hang on. Let's see if I make it even better. Yeah, how's that? Aye, that looks good. So, this is going to be the boring bit. I'm going to be doing all this with going through each one and placing it. So, hope I haven't got my head in way, I don't think. No, C2. Trouble is my hand starts to shake. And C3. Just push them down a little just to seat them in there a bit. Just give them a little squeeze. And it secures them nice and tight. So once I've done that, we can now tick the box. So we'll tick that box because they're on there, and you can see now that they're lit up green basically, which is super cool. So we'll go to this one here, which is this. That's the one that I messed up before. Well, before it said it was a ceramic disc. There we go. I got it out. Right. So but now I've changed it to my thing, so back to the pillbox and find that one. Actually, get rid of these once I've done them. There we go. I'll just place it on there to start with. I think my tweezers need a bit of a clean. Stuff is sticking to them. Right, yeah, so that one there goes... Oh yeah, well, that's where the holes, well, the one with the holes in. The ones where I put a really lot of... Oh, let's do it with the other hand. Get a better angle at this. So, yeah, put that one on there. And hopefully I reckon that all that will flow together once it gets warmed up, even though we've got holes there. So yeah, luckily it wasn't one of them big ones, big capacitors. Right, so we can tick that one off and we'll go to the next one. Right, so that's a radial one. That is a through hole, so we're not doing that one. That one's a through hole, so we're not doing that one. Right, we've got all these resistors there now. These are the 150s. I've got 8 of them. So, yeah, move that out a bit. Oh yeah, there we go, we're alright. Right, so what I need is all my 150s. Where are those? Oh, they're here. Right, move that out and get them. Ooh. Nearly flew across the room. So tiny. Come on. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's another one somewhere. Oh, did that one go flying? Oh, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. One did go flying. Oh dear. Oh. It's either that or I didn't put 8 in. Yeah, I've definitely only got 7 there. Ah, dear, dear. Right, I just have to go and find my resistors now. Actually, I actually have them on a selection here, just on a... I don't know if you can see that. What are they, 150? Have I got the right ones here? Oh yeah, there's 150. Ooh, getting low on them. Oh yeah, I ordered a load more of these. Right. So let's just drop that into the pillbox where it should have been already. Right, there we go. 150. Right, now I've got 8 of them. Alright, so here we go. Let's try and flip them over. That's done that one. Nope. Try holding it there. There we go. Got them flipped over. Now I'm a bit of a what are these 150s? Where's me magnifying glass? You may think I'm a right nerd or whatever, I don't know what you know. Anorak. Call me what you like. I'm just putting them all the right way, all the same way. I just like neatness. Right, they're all the same way around them. Yeah, it's one of them things. Right, so there go here. These are resistors for these diodes. So let's start with that one. I'll put it on the right place. There we go. Might see him all putting them all the same way around. Makes it look pro, doesn't it? Mind you, I don't think Place and Pick machine cares, because I don't think they actually put in the ribbons. They're all the same way. They just when you're looking at it, you can see that they all are the same. Right, that went quite well. Okay. I do like a diode that flashes. So what we got there now? We got oh, they're my big through hole resistors, so we don't need them. Alright, so we've got some 100, so R1, R2 and R3, so they're 100R, so let's get those three. There we go. Right, 100, where have I put them? Oh, right at the end here. Right, so I'll stick that over there, then I can see them. So these don't go ping across the room. Right, that's down 3. And they're going to go down there. And can I see which way around they are without my magnifying glass? Well, it really matters because these are 100R, so it's 101, but the one has actually got a little flat foot, so yep, they're all the same way now. What did I say? R1, 2 and 3. Might be better with the other hand here. Now 2. And R3. Well, I find it best to do this rather than try and place them, put them into place. Just hold it over the top and then drop them and then it tends to get a better sort of you just end up spreading all the paste around if you try to just push them in. Right, so tick them off. So we've got them green now, and then what we got here, I've got some 22K ones. Oh, the other three, so let's have a look. There's me 20, oh right at this end here. Move that over there. Pick them out. Oh, that looks a bit, oh no, it's a bit muck. Is it a bit muck? That looks like shit. Hang on, what have I got here? I've got 3 more here. Right, hang about. What's... Oh, I must have had some old ones in here. Damn. Right, I think these are my 3 that one. These ones look like crap. Let's put that down. Get my magnifying glass. 2202. 2202 and 2202. What am I doing? Oh yeah, 22K. Yeah. And what's these other ones? 4701. Come on. Yeah, these are, I don't know what these are. They must have been in there. I think I'll sling them. Yeah, they've got a lot of rubbish. Ugh. Yeah, sling them. Where are they going? Oh, yeah, there we go. 4, 5 and 6. Yeah. So 4. And 5. And when this has to change, no, not shaking yet with that hand. So okay, so let's tick them off. Right. So they're all green. Right, what's next? Yeah. Right, yeah, some 10Ks. Right, it's 3 10Ks. There's my 10Ks, there's my 10Ks. Get them 3 out. Oh, I'll tell you what I haven't got. Right, so are they still lit? No. Yeah, this is the only issue I've got with this HTML. Rather than click it and select that, you know, click and select, it moves with your mouse. That's the only thing, and so you've got to hold your mouse over there while you look at it. If you knock your mouse and move, you may end up looking at something else. So I think that's definitely needs changing. So I've got one right over there. Are they all the same way around? There we go, all the way around. Well, it doesn't matter for this first one. That's going to go there. That one goes there, and then the other two, they're for my... yeah, alright, yeah, so turn them all that way. They're for the I2C. Yeah, you might want to change these as well, these two. These two are the pull-ups for the I2C. Maybe I should have used something like 4.7 or something instead. Which was actually, I think that was what them I've just thrown away were. Anyway, there we go. But they were all mouldy for some reason. Right, so then we've got an R7 down there. Oh, that's for me power. So that's 680. Yeah, that's I think it's a red one, that one. That's why it's a bit different. Red LED 680. So that's that one. Oh, went out of shot. That's that one. Oh, there's two in here. Oh, hang on, what have I got? I've got an LED. Why have I got an LED in there? Is that my red LED? I know some. Oh, alright, hang on. If I had an earth, where's an earth? Let me grab an earth. Sometimes I make them light up. Oh no. Don't know what it was before. The other day I was. That way. This is R7, isn't it? Yeah. I didn't put a light on. Right. So I've got red LED there. Hang on. So. Right, so I've got my green ones, so let's get my green LEDs. Here's my green LEDs, so I'll grab all them. How many of them? Oh, it should be 8, shouldn't there? Right, let's put this one over here. I don't know what that is. That might have jumped ship. Hey, I found an LED resistor. Is that my missing one? Bet that is. That's the one that jumped ship. Right, so where's my LEDs? Right, so let's get all these out. Right, these have to be definitely have to be the right way around. So. Yeah, one went pink there. I hope it stayed in the hole in the pillbox. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah, one went ping. That could be one of them. Well, I can't see any others. I've got one red there. Oh dear. Back into my components thing. Right, I've definitely got... Right, so hang on. So we're pointing that way. So is that where the... yeah. Oh, that one lit up. Yeah, so... Yeah, that, if I go... Like... that's a... Oh! Ah! Dear! Oh, damn! Oh. Where did that go? Oh, I think it went back in its own tray. No, it went in the one... That was lucky. That was me trying to light it up on here, because there is actually... it is earthed, but I'm sort of earthed now, and if I don't think it's that end. Hang on, let's try. There, look. Oh, it's gone pinging. I'm going to stop doing that because it keeps going ping. Right. I'm not sure what that one is. I bet that... Hang on, why have I only got 6? Oh, right, I've only got 6. Right, let's see if I can get this held better. I think this is a green. Yeah, I think that's one of the missing greens. I don't know if you can see there, it lighting up. Right, where are my LEDs? Yep, they're on a big... I just have a wire through one end, and then I just hold them on. These are all my LEDs. Keep thinking about getting one of those... oh, here's the greens, right at the bottom. Right. Green. And of course it bounces off. But I see it. Right, so now I have got... Well, I did a real rubbish job of sourcing my things there, didn't I? Never mind. The thought was there. They say the thought is... It is the thought that counts. I'll probably find it in a minute. Anyways, so all those LEDs, right? They're all going. They all want to point away from these chips. Right. So I want one. That one wants to go that way. And that one lighting up as well. That must be static. I mean, we've got the fiberglass board there, and it still lights up on there with static. I must be really. This is where static, you know. So I think I'll have to go and start wearing one of those earthing strips. Yeah, I should. This is a good example of where you should wear an earth band. There you go. See it light up. Yeah, oh, look at that, I didn't quite get enough on there. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these LEDs on and then I'm going to take a break. I didn't think it was going to be this long. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be this long. I mean, I usually do it a bit quicker than this, but because I was filming, you tend to do a little bit more to show it all and what have you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a lunch break, and then I will come back on again to continue after my lunch break. I mean, obviously, anybody watching will probably want to just zip through it all anyways. So, and I'm just testing out the what do you call it? OBS. Yeah, great it is. Got rid of my what do you call it? What was it? Oh yeah, the it'll come to me in a minute. Oh yeah, the NVIDIA, what is it? Experience. Yeah. All I can say is the NVIDIA Experience was a bad experience for me. I think they're more interested in collecting your data than they are collecting your data and snooping around your computer than they are actually giving you a good experience. But anyways, that's what all applications seem to want to do these days, is find out what you're doing. Have I put that right way? Yeah, I put that right way. I mean, you have antivirus programs. Well, I haven't seen an antivirus program yet that detects, well, hang on, what, I forgot what you call it now. What's that chat program? No, it'll come to me eventually. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at that, and then we'll start. Hang on, let's tick them off. What have we got left? Oh, I suppose, I'll tell you what. Right, there's only them two. There's only them two SMDs to do, so let's do them. So let's do the D1. That's that one. Can't mistake that, it's bloody massive. And what's the other one? Oh, it's the red LED, so let's get the red LED as well. Right, so I'll finish with just placing them two, and then what we can do, we can start the next video turning this on and seeing them all flow together. So which way around is that LED? That one is that way. Yeah, definitely red. It lit up red. Yeah. Oh, made a shit mess of that. Can change hands. Right, so yeah. Oh, that one goes. That's the right way around. Yeah, this is just a Scotty, and I used I think the pad's called hand solder pad, so it's a pretty massive. It didn't need to be that big, but who cares? Right. Okay, I'm going to have some dinner, and I will come back once I've had my dinner. So let's find out how to turn it off. There we go.